Welcome back, everybody. This here is one of my early creations in using Blender, the Zora. I basically started with a sphere and just pulled parts out. I think it turned out pretty good for not knowing much. I at least like the flippers. For the moblins, not quite as enthused with these ones. That's just a programming error, well, actually a positioning error. But yeah, I started off with a sphere with these guys too and just pulled parts out. But I just didn't know how to make a back. So yeah, they turned out really ridiculous. I later tried fixing them up a bit. Still not quite pleased with them, so I might just have to redo them entirely from scratch. But they get the job done for now, at least. I just had to keep moving on until I gained more skill with Blender. The p-hats and the levers I was pretty proud of. They turned out pretty good for what little skills I had. The programming was interesting because the red ones I never realized they appear like 2 squares away from Link and then charge him. The blue ones are more just random. But I also had to decide if I wanted to be able to see them while they were underground because it just seemed more natural. I'd like to see like dirt moving or something. So here I'm showing that the little shield does not block the fire from the Zora. But if you go in here, brand new shop, you can buy a shield to upgrade it, and now it should be able to block the Zoras. Dink, such a satisfying sound. Then here's another little feature. I made it so you can grab things with the sword. It just seemed much more natural than trying to like use a hand. So the ladder, you might realize, is a bit large here. I started off not realizing that that river was 2 squares wide, not just 1. So yeah, bad memory there. I realized it pretty quickly when I went to go get the heart over here because the ladder covered up the platform when I placed it down, and I'm just like, what'd I do? I was pretty confused for a while until I realized what my error was. The programming was really hard too because I had to block passage in some spots and not in others. And so knowing when and how and what direction to rotate it and all that stuff was hard. So I got my fairy fountain, still just using a 2D sprite for the fairy. I will eventually make a 3D model for the fairy as well. And same with the old man and other stuff. But that's basically it for this update. This is about 2 months of work. From here I basically got tired of working. There's a lot of effort. That seems to be how I operate for the most part. I can put 2 months into something and just dedicate hardcore, and then I'm bored, want to do something else with my life. Mostly house projects, stuff like that. I was probably working on the basement at this time. But that's basically it. So next time I will bring in the genies. And what else do I got? I'll show you the candle and Lionel's. I got a cool waterfall off the Unity Market, and I made my first dungeon entrance. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. On another note, a few of you have expressed interest in helping. You can't help with Zelda because I'm just making videos just for my own learning experience and practice even with YouTube. And I can't share those kinds of files. But if you do want to be a part of Fool's Errand development, you would be working for free until we produce something that can actually be sold. But I'm actually quite interested in creating a startup along those lines. So feel free to go to my Facebook page, give me a shout, and maybe we can work something out that we can actually produce something sellable. And that would hopefully be interesting to both you and me. Alright, have a great one. See ya.